Grand Rising, beautiful soul family. I'm Coach Susie, and welcome to the Beyond Abuse podcast. I have an amazing guest this afternoon. She is who I consider one of my sisters in the movement makers. Her name is Yuko Shaw, and she is a Be Yourself life coach and speaker. She also speaks to other people. She's helping other women to find who they are by using what she calls the 1% action and 1% courage method to help her clients find who they are. So thank you, Yuko, for being here. It is always a pleasure whenever I get to speak to you. I love talking to you about what you have going on, and I love that you are a Be Yourself life coach. And you said that you're on a journey currently, right? So if you
Yes,
want to
yes.
take us I think we're all on a journey, but tell us a little bit about Yuko's journey and how you became a Be Yourself life coach and what inspired you to do that.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for asking, Susie. My actually, I thought, you know what? Uh, I like learning, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Tessa, my friend, I like learning. How about maybe I put the title mentor me because everybody is my teacher.
I
Everybody
like
can be
that.
mentor, right? I can learn from anybody. Even if I go grocery shopping, I can learn from the maybe the guy, like old guy, just picking at the apple, start conversations. I
Mm-hmm.
love listening story. I love learning from everybody because everybody's story I can learn because I'm very curious. Whenever you're curious,
Mm-hmm.
your heart open up
Right.
when you start and connect. So I just like, how about like mentor me? I want to start a new IG live series. Tessa said, mentor me? No, that doesn't work. It's just name is too big. You're gonna keep people away. How about you go on a journey? Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's good.
I could picture myself. I'm on a journey
Mm-hmm.
and meeting people on the way to journey,
Oh, I like that.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I just stop here. And yesterday you were on my journey,
Mm-hmm.
right? I pick up something and I learned something from your story, from your book,
Mm-hmm.
and makes me more like happy.
Mm-hmm.
I got good energy, and
Mm-hmm.
then I go next journey,
Wow.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to feed my curiosity. This is myself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can be myself
Right.
when I connect with people,
Mm-hmm.
when I listen to from people. I love people.
Right.
Yeah. And then you see me like
Mm-hmm.
when I connected with you, I was so happy. I got energies coming up, right? And I like the moment. That's why start you go on a journey, and then I want to people through my journey. I wanted to people to like give them give themselves a permission. It's okay to be yourself. Look at Yuko. She's
Mm-hmm.
jumping, smiling, just like little arms up and enjoying the conversation. That's
Mm-hmm.
who I am,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I just give everybody like I find it the women, especially women
Mm-hmm.
my age, around my age,
Mm-hmm.
we sometimes like tend to put a mask on, and then you know we try to look good,
Mm-hmm.
pictures, whatever in the society,
Mm-hmm.
but I could see they're not happy, right?
Wow.
So I just like, well, if I'm gonna show myself, take mask off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show myself who I am
Yeah.
on my journey.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's how I started.
Yes,
So
that's awesome.
I
Like,
hope, yeah, thank you.
when you said that, that yes, everybody has something to teach us if we're willing to learn. We have to be willing to learn from other people, and even if it doesn't fully resonate with us, just take the parts out that resonate with
Yes.
you from that person. Because and I've said this before, not everyone, we're not gonna resonate 100% with everyone
Mhm.
because we all are different. Like you said, we all have our own experiences. We all have our own, wisdom to offer. But that's the beautiful part of communicate, finding different people to
Yep.
to join you
Mm-hmm.
and learn about them, learn
Yeah.
more about them, about their story. So how are you like advertising that? Are you advertising that you want to learn from different people, so that's why you're doing You Go on a Journey?
Well, I do advertise maybe through Instagrams. That's all I do for
Mm-hmm.
now. And I post on YouTube later.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how this is kind of started a couple months ago.
Okay.
So you are helping me
Mm-hmm.
advertising actually,
Mm-hmm.
really, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to, as I'm doing, I am going to maybe put myself more forward
Mm-hmm.
advertising too.
Mm-hmm.
And then word of mouth,
Right.
right? The people, your follower, saw it. Oh, hey, Susie looks fun with Yuko. She was on, the guest of Yuko on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I want to connect with Yuko. Never know,
Right.
right?
Right.
People loves to connect
Mm-hmm.
with people when have heart and then true to myself, yourself too, right? I think I get tired of, you can tell, I get tired of people just faking it, pretending it.
Right.
You can tell,
Yeah.
So I think it's just people, I think it's really good way they can open up their heart by, coming to, how to say, as a guest too.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
So I'm working on it. It's still on the journey.
Right. Right.
Still on the
Absolutely.
journey, right? My 1%, all I do is 1%,
Uh-huh.
one by one,
Uh-huh.
right? But I believe each person, if I have one journey, I connect with each guest. I am pretty sure I can see myself, like just my journey will continue with lots of people.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that really helped my coaching too, my coaching business too.
Yeah.
You have to know people.
Yeah. You have to connect with people, not just and I connect with different people. I connect with the people in Movement Makers. That's because that's a community that I'm a part of, but I also have different, people that I connect with. But tell me more about that. You said you only do 1%. Tell me a little bit more about that 1%. Like, what does that mean?
Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you for asking that,
Yeah.
Susie. Well, 1% is, okay, I used to struggle like my life, just like maybe everybody else. Like, just like every day I used to wake up and just like, oh, another day. How come I can't make myself happy or whatever? Just like I had the fear of whatever, it's still not there. I started creating our own fear.
Right.
And then just like, why is that? So I started to watching videos or reading videos, right? It's a self help or all those, what is it called? I forgot the name.
That's
but
right.
those kind of like motivational things. But I watch it and it gave me something like, yeah, okay, that's really great. I like that. But most of the people back then, their story or that's their how-to was so big and too much. And then I just like, okay, wow, you have a great life. You figure out a great life. But you know what? I'm still here. I don't know how to do it. And then as far as I know, nobody's just kind of teaching me.
Right.
Because you know what? If you see great movie or great stories, right? From self-help, whatever. And it's people already up there.
Right.
You feel like, wow, that's nice. But if you're still down here, how can I go up? Seems like a long way.
Right.
Right? And then I met Evan. And Evan was saying 2%. Right? So when I heard it, like, it's okay, you get better, be better version of yourself, 2%. I just like, really? Is it only 2% is okay? I can grow?
Wow.
And I can just still going
Mm-hmm.
2%, 2%, 2%.
Mm-hmm.
That was shocking. I feel like I could do it.
Wow.
Right. And then I started to doing it, but I still had a moment like, oh, I can't go up 2%. Right? Whatever the moment, our feelings up and down, right? On
Right.
the way to, yeah. And somebody else said 1% or 1 millimeter, right? Something, little tiny ones. I just like, 1% is good. And I starting apply 1%.
Right.
1%. And then like, hey, this is working. If I have a day, I just wanted to stay in bed or I just wanted to cry. But maybe I can, it's hard for me to just get up and start dancing. But maybe I get up the bed and I smile. That's my 1%.
Okay.
At least I did something.
Right.
Yeah. And then I started to applying to my clients and my friends. And then their response were actually, yeah, it's possible. Because I'm providing something. It's easy. Right. Something possible.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So that's why it's just my 1%. Just like it's working for me. Right. If it's working for me, I'm sure it's gonna work for somebody else.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So if it was a day, what would your 1% be like? Is it just the smile? That's just your 1%. That's your action.
No, just small ones. Or I do workout. Try to do every morning. But we have some times like I just don't feel like it.
Right.
But it's okay. Maybe 20 seconds. Maybe like 2 sit-ups.
So just whatever you can do.
At least at least I did it.
Right. I like that.
And then I don't have to put myself down. Oh, I didn't do anything.
Right.
I celebrate the 2 sit-ups.
Oh, yes.
But the feeling bad for yourself is one of the worst things.
Right.
Yeah. I used to tell myself because I was so harsh on myself. Right. I was very strict. And then if I couldn't do 10 sit-ups or if I couldn't do half an hour workout or if I didn't have all day long happy moment, I used to put myself down. Right? And then just didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah. So now I just celebrate 2 sit-ups. Way to go.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Because I think, just like what you said, so many people have the tendency to beat themselves up when they're not 100%, and nobody can be 100% every single day. And when you can have that compassion and celebrate the little accomplishments, would you agree that helps you more? Like when you can celebrate, hey, I may not have completed my 30-minute workout, but I did 2 sit-ups and that was good for me for today, right? So speak an encouraging word to that person who may be beating themselves up because they didn't complete the workout. They didn't do what was on their to-do list. Speak a word of compassion for that person. If that person was watching this video, what would you say to them?
Well, you have to be gentle on yourself too. And then I always just say, maybe I might say, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be 100% every day. Right? It's like, it's okay. You can stop it. And it's okay. You can have a nap. War is not going to be end. You're still going to be you end of the day.
Wow.
Right? Just focus on whatever makes yourself happy. Her that way. I think it's nothing worse than you feel like I said, feel guilty. I didn't do anything. Right? So we're human. Of course we have a day we just don't want to do anything, or just like you know, of course, maybe some people, they're in a deep hole for so many years, but how many times they repeat themselves in the head, in their own head, I'm not good enough. I didn't do this, right? That's, you can't do that. You have to give yourself a self-love, right? But you know, you don't have to give a big self-love.
Right.
It's hard for the person, you know, they beat themselves. They always feeling, they used to feel really bad all the time. So why don't you just give a little bit self-love? Keep adding it, and we're used to it. If you keep doing it, right? The human, if you have a habit, we do something, and if you have a habit, if you keep doing that, we get used to it. Right? Like building muscle.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. And thank you for that, because it is, just like you said, it is exactly like building your muscles. You have to do it every single day. And even if you're not able to do the 2%, like Evan says, do the 1%, like Yuko says, you know, just get to that place of doing something that you enjoy so that your day can be better. Like, you don't have to sit in that funk because you didn't accomplish something, right?
Yeah. I think it hurts me. I know some people, they're in the depressions, and then family said, oh, I don't know why she's so sad. She should get up and walk around, you know. But like, I kind of feel the pain, right? She can't do that. She cannot walk around like you guys. She cannot like have a fun like you guys right now. She's in a sad place, right? So that's why I just like, you know, I used to tell friends, I used to tell those people, yeah, get up and do dancing. I mean, or do something a little makes you feel good, a little bigger things. But response was, I can't do that. You know, my friends and people used to tell me, I can't do that the way you suggest. It was too much. So I just like, that's right. I couldn't do that. Right. So, you know, the people I know has into big depressions. I just like, when she comes to get a hair done, she's always sad. She's always depressed. But I tell her I didn't change anything. All I do is just listen to her. Right. And then that's all. She was, you know, I don't know how do I put it, but it's like when I see, and then how do I say, like, I can also do for her. It's just like, how can I provide 1% from me to make her feel a little bit better.
Wow.
So when she walk out my salon, maybe she feels something different. Right. So I also trying to do it for myself, and I also provide. And this my clients from my hair salon, and also I do it with my clients, the life coaching business too. Right? They're here for the reason. They have something they need to change. They don't know how. That's why they pay. Right? They pay for us to get a coaching. So I always suggest, depends, but whatever the easiest way, so they can take action easy and keep taking action, 1% action. They can build the confidence.
That's good. So when you say that you ask your clients, what is the 1% that I can give? What does that look like?
Sometimes maybe I can give them head massage. That works. Yeah. 100% always. I would say 1%, but oh my gosh. Like, I know the spot, right? So just like, you know, oh, they're just like, oh my gosh, I feel good. My mission accomplished.
I like that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, because we all know like, when you touch your head, yes, it feels so good. Wow. That's amazing.
You know, it's just, I don't think it's hard to, how do I say? do 1% for
Right.
anything, anybody.
Right.
You have to think.
Mm-hmm.
But by you thinking, you get used to thinking.
Mm-hmm. So you just say do it. Just do it, right? Just do
Just
it.
do it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever makes you feel happy, even if it's a small thing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Just do it. If a glass of water makes you feel happy, do it. It's just simple. If people, okay, they don't do it if it's not simple.
Right.
Right? I think, I'm sure you have the same way. When you suggest to your clients, sometimes they're going to say like 1,000 excuses
Yes.
why they don't do it.
Uh-huh.
Right? So,
Yeah.
because it's, oh, you don't know how I feel. You look always happy. You call, right? So I just like, okay, I'm going to break it into smallest piece, smallest ones, 1%. What do you think?
Right.
And they're just like, okay, the glass of water drinking every morning, I can do that. Something, right?
Right.
I mean, something easy.
Yeah. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you have any programs that you're doing?
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm doing it also. Tessa and Tessa she's from Movement Maker. Every Sunday, and Sunday morning we do. It's called Self-Care Sunday, and we are helping, whatever makes you feel happy. Sometimes Tessa and we put those face masks, show up.
Right.
I kind of look too scary, but that's okay. This is me. Be yourself. Right. I'm a little silly. Or sometimes we did a pressure point.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
Yeah. We did all kinds of things. We did chakra. Right. And then the other day we did Father's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, self-care Father's Day. Like how to have a great Father's Day.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So we're so into it.
Right.
Like you can think about it, self-care in so many ways. Whatever makes you feel happy.
Right.
Yeah. Self-care. Yeah. So that's fun. It's good to have a collaboration with somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially Tessa. I hope she watches. I'm gonna just, after that, I'm gonna just tell her to watch it, Tessa.
Right. Yeah. I'll blast it anyway. I'll make sure I put it in to Movement Makers because I want to get some more Movement Makers on to share their story. And like I said before, I'm working with different people. So I'm collaborating with different people, not just necessarily in Movement Makers because I network with everyone and, I want to see everybody win. I want to hear, just kind of like you are on a journey of learning from other people in the same way I am, because I learn when they share their stories with me, when they're telling me how they're helping other people to transform their lives. And I think that that's what you're doing. That's what you and Tessa are doing, right? You're helping people to transform their lives, and you being a Be Yourself life coach is pretty much just saying, hey, it's okay to be yourself. And even if you can't muster up that strength that day, just do 1%. Like be okay with accomplishing a little, because a little actually goes a long way, and that I agree with you. That's exactly what it's about. It's about us helping other people to share their stories, to get their story out, to have other people, because you may not resonate with some other people, and that's okay. But if I have this platform of different people that, hey, if that person doesn't resonate with you, then here's someone else for you. That person may resonate with you a little bit more. And I really do think that that's what it's about. That's what support looks like to me. It's just helping as many people as I can to really share their story, and share their life, because that's what it's all about. Showing people how you get through your day, because we're never alone. We're never alone in our struggles. Just like you said in the beginning, we all struggle through things, and we're not alone in our struggles. And if you can share that story with someone, you never know who you will be helping in the end, right?
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that.
Like I find it share struggles by, I find it like it's struggle if you keep it in yourself, heavy, right? But I find it if you share it, the struggle turn into like some warm, nice, I don't know how to explain, but it just turned into really nice, warm energy balls.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I watched Dragon Ball Z too much when I was a kid. So I grew up in Japan. Animes. But like just like you can just, picture it like pink, nice, warm ball, like just turn into the struggle, turn into like different shape and different temperatures and everything. And then just spread out everybody.
Yes.
I think it's just like, don't be afraid of sharing your struggle. And Susie and I, and then some other people, we are willing to help you out.
Yeah. Because we all do things differently, right? We all do things differently. We have our own way of doing things. Even as much as we try to get out of our own comfort zones, we still have ways that we, just like you have that 1%. You said, no, 2%, that's a little bit too much for me. I'm going to try 1%, and I'm going to do 1% until I can get that efficiently, and then maybe I'll move to 2%. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not about being perfect.
That's so true. You know what? At day one, you cannot do 100 sit-ups.
Right.
Right? If you never.
Right.
If you never sit-ups, you don't have a muscle for that.
Wow.
Right? Even if you, like, so why don't you start one? Wow. So tomorrow you can just do it 2, Just add a little by little.
Yes. That's good. So, I like that advice. Add little by little. Start at day 1, end up at day 30. By day 30, you should have 30 sit-ups if you're doing 1 a day. If you're doing one day, on day 2 you do 2, on day 3 you do 3. Just increase, and that's what it's about, right? Just increasing that that faith, I guess you could say, to get out of that space of fear, right?
Yeah.
Because like you said, we don't all start out, our muscles are not even strong enough in our abdomen to even do 100 push-ups. So don't expect so much of yourself, because I think that's when you get discouraged.
Very much, and you get crushed.
Yeah. And get down on yourself and start beating yourself up, right? So take baby steps if you have to, right?
I love baby steps.
Yeah. And I think that I think it might be Martin Luther King, but it might be, I don't know, but it says if you can't walk, then crawl, if you can't run, then walk, like there's methods to it, right? You have to,
very much.
Got to go from one space to another, right? You can't just immediately jump in there. You're going to for real fall flat on your face, right?
Hurts.
Right, absolutely.
You don't want to get hurt. And then you know what? I also think like, okay, we have a day, and then give yourself a day off. Sometimes we need to stop, give yourself a day off. I know 1%. You need a day off. Right. You can't do like 7 days a week. Yeah, I'm sure you can do it if you want to. But don't be too hard on yourself.
Right.
I see a lot of people burnt out, right? Yes. By trying too hard.
Yeah.
Too hard. Yeah. That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I see one of the other clients, she's in the 60s, but she tries so hard. Everything, family, everything. And then I could see she burned out.
Right.
She even just, answering the texts and phone calls, husband and kids and friends while she's getting a haircut.
Right.
I almost wanted to say, put your phone down.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy the moment. You're getting a treat.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And then she tells me, oh my gosh, my life is hard. Yuko, what do I do? It's just too much. It's just like, no wonder. you're doing everything,
Mhm.
try too hard
Yes.
to please everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, and she forgot. She always forgot. Maybe she forgot to take a day off, day
Mhm.
off for herself,
Yes.
right? At the same day. So that's a little bit like too much. But
Mhm.
I do feel it. Like some people shouldn't try too hard. That's why I like 1%.
Right.
1%, maybe, I don't know, whatever the days, you take
Mhm.
1%, you take a day off.
Mhm. Absolutely. I
Don't be too
totally
hard on yourself.
support that, taking a break. You know, before I used to view it as, you know, depression, but now I view it as my body needing a rest. So I
Yep.
don't, and changing that narrative, I don't have days where I'm told, you know, depressed, because now it's
Mhm.
like, oh, this is my day to rest. So
Yep.
let me go ahead and let those emotions do what they need to do. And I don't do anything. And Monday is really my self-care day, my day to
Yep.
rest. But I play a lot. I go to the pool, I go tap dancing. So
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in taking
Yep.
time for yourself, because you can't give it out efficiently.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Right.
given from a place of deficit. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be resentful if you're not taking
Yeah.
time for yourself, right?
That's so important.
Yes, it is.
I do too. I'm giving the sending message whoever needs to hear, but also I am telling myself to, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am still have a little bit of hard on
Mm-hmm.
me something. So I
Mm-hmm.
just like also when I send the message, I am telling myself to,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm
Yes.
not perfect,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
Still have to give myself keep giving myself message,
Right. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I also realize that I built 1%. I do 1%, right? So I'm getting muscle. And it's okay to take one day off. I'm not going to lose some muscle
Mm-hmm. Right.
because I've been building it.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's
Just
good.
give yourself day off. Don't be afraid. You're not going to off track. You're
Mm-hmm.
still going to go back to the routine Monday or Tuesday, whenever the day,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's about it.
Yes, I love it. So, do you have any last words? We're a little bit over our half an hour, but that's okay. Do
Oh,
you have
sorry. I
no?
forgot. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, time flies for me.
It's okay. It's all right. Do you have any
Okay.
last words? Do you have any programs that you want to talk about? Do you, of course, give us your handle so we can follow you, so people can follow you. Do you have a website? Let us know what you got so we can support you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still building
Okay.
my coaching business,
Okay.
right? So I'm mostly active on Instagram.
Okay.
So if you guys want to reach me, and then just send me a DM,
Mm-hmm.
or I have a link tree.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, I'm a reachable.
Okay.
I'm a reachable. But I think mostly, probably, yeah, Instagram is probably one of the easiest way.
Okay.
Right? And then like we do, I want to just say a Sunday self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Come and join.
Mm-hmm.
Tess and I, we want more people get involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great place to make you feel better.
Right.
Yeah, let's learn to do like how to do self-care together.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I think that's about it for now.
Okay.
Maybe in the future in the book,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I still have I have a YouTube channel too,
Mm-hmm.
so people can see.
Right.
I offer both Japanese and English.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So people get self-help. I mean, people maybe can learn how to do 1%, how to make you feel better,
Mm-hmm.
both language, Japanese and English. Same as Instagram Live.
Right. Right. Okay. So I'll make sure I put all of your contact info in the description box for the YouTube. And when I send out the blast, I will make sure that I put all of your contact information in there as well. And I'll make sure that I list your self-care Sundays for anybody who is needing to put more self-care into their daily lives, because we all need and deserve self-care. That's how we become the
Very
best
much.
versions of ourselves, and that's how we can
Mhm.
continue to pour. So, do you have any last words of inspiration before we end our interview today?
Oh, just be yourself. Have fun.
Be
That's all.
yourself, have fun. I love it. That's so simple, but so
Yep.
true. Be
Yeah.
yourself
Life is, yeah.
and have
Life seems
fun.
to be long, but yeah, life is short. You never know what's going to
Yes,
happen.
yes,
Just have fun at this moment.
yes. I love it. Thank you so very much, Yuko, for joining me today. I appreciate your kindness. I appreciate your wisdom. And like I said, tomorrow I will shoot everything out, blast everything out, and it will air
Wow.
tomorrow, okay?
Thank you so much. Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
Thank
I love you so much, Susie.
you. I love you too,
Oh
Yuko.
my God.
I
If
appreciate
I
you.
can hug you, I will
I
just
know,
give you
right?
a hug.
Soon, we will make a trip
Yes.
up there. Yes,
Yes, I'm
absolutely.
so looking forward to seeing you
Yes,
too.
absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Me too.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Susie. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.
So, just as Yuko said, it is so very important for you to be yourself and just to enjoy life. I think a lot of us get tangled up in the to dos and the day to days that we forget to enjoy our lives, and that's what's important. So, if you guys are interested in joining Yuko on her Sunday self care with Tessa, all that information will be listed in the description box below. You can also DM her if you are wanting to know more about how to implement 1% into your day to not overwhelm yourself. So, I thank y'all for being here today. I want you to go out, have an awesome, amazing, and beautiful day today. From my heart to yours, as always, namaste. If you experienced rejection, abandonment, trauma, or abuse as a child, you may find it difficult to create a healthy, happy, and holistic life. You are not alone. I am Coach Susie, and I am a survivor of addiction and narcissistic domestic violence abuse. I was raised by a mother who experienced narcissistic personality disorder, and I experienced every type of abuse. I was rejected, abandoned, and traumatized before the age of 10. As I grew older, I attracted these same type of relationships into my life because this was my life. It was all I knew, and it was what I was accustomed to until I introduced myself to something different. In 2015, I left a 20-year unhealthy and abusive relationship with a man who struggles with narcissistic personality disorder. And I began a journey into loving myself unconditionally. It took me 5 years to accomplish living a happy, healthy, and holistic life, and that was primarily due to the lack of financial and educational resources for people like me who were severely traumatized as children and grew up in impoverished neighborhoods. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement was created from the mind of a traumatized child who struggled for years with self-doubt and low self-esteem. But I learned to love herself unconditionally beyond past abuse and thrive successfully in life with PTSD, bipolar disorder, and ADHD. I struggled to love myself unconditionally due to the mental and emotional abuse I received as a child. The voices of doubt, fear, and not good enough would constantly haunt me until I began to change my mind. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement is a community of people who desire to learn practical and effective ways to love themselves unconditionally beyond abuse. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement is not about chasing perfection and trying to be perfect. It's about learning to love yourself unconditionally in every area of your life, no matter what that looks like. It's about becoming the healthiest, happiest, and truest version of yourself, no matter what that looks like. If you are ready to learn how to love yourself unconditionally beyond abuse. Pre-register today at SusieSuttles.com. Everyone has something to teach us. My question to you is, are you ready to learn?